Wellness by Design is here. We're going to be talking about hormone replacement. Of course, the boss lady's here, Dr. Connie Casebolt Carver. Dr. Connie, you brought a patient and a success story, I think, too. This is Teri Lilland. How are you, Teri?
I'm good, thank you.
So we're talking, I don't know, men, if we went through this thing called menopause, wouldn't it be called that? But it should be womanopause.
I know, right,
what
I know.
a name
Crazy
to put
name.
on that subject.
I know.
Yes.
Well, maybe because it affects men so much, because they have to live with the women.
Yeah,
exactly.
Trust me, it does affect us. You're doing well, aren't you?
I'm doing very well, yes.
Tell us what the good folks have done for you.
Well, should I talk about what I didn't like about myself before?
Oh, sure. Start negative and then go positive.
Yeah, let's start negative.
Okay.
Well, it got to the point where my daughter was even questioning, like when I would be driving, if I was, telling her something twice, or I was getting confused where I was going, and I was sweating to death at night. I'd be at the top of the bed, the bottom of the bed, going to the window, opening it up, trying to get cooled down.
Yes.
It was miserable. So I wasn't sleeping. I had brain fog. It was horrible.
And then you're
And that's
grumpy the
menopause?
next day.
Oh yeah, and then you have to get up and go to work the next day.
And that's
So,
menopause.
yeah.
That's
Symptoms.
right. And I think you even mentioned, relations with your husband had sort of gone south. And
Yeah.
that's an important part of a
Right.
Yeah, I've
marriage.
been married 32 years. Still want to be with the man.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. You don't want to just be roommates. You
Right.
want
So
to
I think you heard about it on the radio.
Yes.
And
Driving into work, I kept hearing it on the radio, and like by the third time I heard it, I'm like, no, I need to do this for myself.
Right.
so she's been with us almost 3 years. So tell what your life is like now. How has it improved?
Oh, it's so much better. I'm sleeping well. I'm getting rest. I don't have brain fog anymore. I've lost 22 pounds because I have the energy to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning because I'm rested and exercise and do something for myself, something I enjoyed always. And I had given that up.
It's because you were tired. And
I
you
was
didn't have-
exhausted.
you
I didn't have any energy. It was
Dr.
miserable.
Connie, I figured when you have menopause, it's something that you just kind of accept. We know what's going to happen, so you just kind of grin and bear it. But you're saying you can do stuff to make it
Oh, absolutely.
easier?
Yeah, too many women just sort of accept it because their mothers went through. I mean, it's just part of life.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it's, even though it's natural, it's not good for us. In fact, research has shown that when a woman loses her estrogen, not only do they get the night sweats and hot flashes, but she mentioned something crucial. Our brains slow down by 20% just losing our hormones.
You're kidding.
No, that's actually proven fact. So if you think you're getting brain fog, you're not quite remembering, it could be something as simple as replacing your hormones. And of course, the caveat, the key thing to remember is we're going to do it safely. So there's an unsafe way to do it, which is synthetic, swallowing the hormones. The safe way to do it is natural, and we really promote the pellet program, which is what she's on.
Yes.
It's a safe, painless procedure where we implant sterilized, pure hormone in the fatty layer, just here in the hip. Everyone has a little fat pad there. They slowly dissolve, and it keeps the levels so nice and even. So there's not an up and down variation, which you get with oral or patches and so forth.
And it lasts a while, too.
It does.
It's the size, the pellet's the size of
A grain of rice,
That's
that's right. So we do it pretty much every 3 months, and that just keeps the levels nice and even. And
Well, it must really help. You've been doing it 3 years.
I've been doing it 3 years, and I always tell Dr. Connie when I go, I'll tell anybody that with ears that'll listen that you need to do this for yourself.
I love it because you just feel better. And if you have ears and you're a lady, then you're going to want to come to the next seminar because it's kind of a ladies' night. You're focusing on the women.
yeah, we
this one.
decided to mix it up a little. Well, it ended up, we've got a lot of information to present. So we're going to be talking about hormones, the impact on overall health. We'll also throw in some thyroid because a lot of women are suffering from both, and you don't know until you test. We'll also talk about a topic that is embarrassing for women, which is urinary incontinence. There are things we can do for that, so we're going to make it a fun ladies' night, and I don't want the men to think that we're neglecting them because we're going to have a special men's hormone focus in January, so stay tuned. But it's next Tuesday, the 17th, 6 o'clock. Need to call to register.
Right.
And hope to see people there.
Because you have only a certain capacity of seats.
Yes,
so
you need to RSVP. And we are, as you like to point out, located just a block from Cleveland Street, so 850 South Pleasantburg. So, and people who come to the seminar will then get a free consult. So if you can't make it to the seminar, you can always still come in and we'll chat with you. But we present so much valuable information at that seminar that you need to take advantage of
And
it.
it's free. There's no obligation.
That's right.
Excuse me.
And it is historic. It's our last seminar of the decade.
So go.
So last seminar of 2019.
How about that? Well, and you're on Pleasantburg, and it's near the bowling lanes. I always
That's
throw
right,
that
that's
out. Why do I
right.
do that?
All
You all right?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a cough drop.
Maybe some hormones would clear that up.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.